Peace and blessings, family. Peace and blessings. This is your brother Sean Ali here, Supreme Health and Wellness by Sean Ali. And as always, family, I thank each and every one of you who decides to tune in and share some of your very valuable time and energy. And as always, I pray that these brief words find you and your loved ones in the best of your health, the best of your wellness, and the best of your life. And I pray that it is on purpose because life is on purpose. And when we are living and leading a purposeful life, we are truly living and leading a blessed life, right? And I just wanted to come with a little fun and exciting topic real quick. And it's called the process of manifestation, right? And what this deals with is how we make things happen, right? How to say be and it becomes. And this isn't dealing with outcomes, external outcomes. These are internal outcomes. How to say be and it is, how to make myself accomplish my goals, how to make myself do the things that I wanted to do, right? How to move, like, for instance, when we're looking at this process, it's 3 steps, right? It's fun and easy. 3 steps. So first is the thought, because the thought is everything, right? The second is emotions. Woo! Right? Third is action. And that will give us the result. Now, let's break it down real quick. We know that thought precedes every action. The main job, or one of the main purposes of our bodies, is to contract, cause contraction, muscle contraction. This is the basis of movement, because when the muscles contract and release, you're in motion. When the heart contracts and when that heart contracts and it releases, you have a heartbeat, right? Peristalsis is involuntary muscle contractions. This is how food is moved through our digestive system, right? But the basis of, or one of the main functions of the body, is to produce contractions, which is the basis of our movement, the basis of life. So thought, the contraction, the muscle contraction is produced off of something called the action potential. Now we have 2 types of muscle. We have the voluntary and we have the involuntary. The involuntary muscles would be these internal muscles. We don't voluntarily cause our heart to beat. We don't voluntarily cause our stomach and the digestive system to move. Those move off of involuntary muscle movement. Those are smooth muscles. But the striated muscles, that which connect the bone to bone, which allows the arm, leg, arm, head to move, your eyes to blink. Those are the voluntary muscles. That means you move them on purpose. So the action potential for the voluntary muscle comes from thought. Because if you stop moving, your involuntary muscles will move. Your heart will still beat. Your lungs will still respirate. If you have food to be digested, your digestive system will, peristalsis will still happen, okay? When you want to move, when you want to go, when you want to exercise, when you want to pray, when you want to eat to live, right? When you want to do all of those healthy things that you need to do, that you might want to do, that happens off of thought. The action potential, the electrical spark. This is the electrical spark that causes contractions. This is movement, right? This is the voluntary muscles, the striated muscles. That electrical spark that causes contraction, it comes from thought. If you stop moving right now, you could take a physiology test. Stop moving right now. See, the only thing moving is your heart and your lungs. Now, tell your right arm to raise. Right? You remember the hokey pokey? Remember that? See, that was a practice of you moving yourself. Right? Put your right arm in, you put your right arm out, you put your right arm in, you move it all about. You remember the hokey pokey? Come on, okay, now that's physiology. That's the practice of you moving yourself. Because if you don't move it, it doesn't move. So that's number one, the thought, because that's what the foundation of all movement. Number two is emotions. So when we're looking at emotions, right, this is our feelings. So when we're looking at this is at the foundation of that. How do I feel about me? See, because I can produce the right thought. Okay, I know I need to exercise. I know I need to exercise, right? I know I need to exercise at least 30 minutes a day. I might even already have a gym membership. But when it comes time, okay, I got it on my itinerary. I'm going to hit the gym at such and such o'clock. When it comes time to that, now this kicks in. How do I feel about the thought, which is me? Man, you know what? I don't even feel like going to the gym. And guess what happens? Listen, I need to exercise. Man, I'm going to start exercising today. When it comes time to exercise, I don't produce the plan, the idea. I got the clothes, I got the gym membership, I got the tools, I got the equipment, right? I'm ready. When it comes time, how do I feel? Man, I don't even feel like going. So the action that will produce is based off of the emotions. So if I don't feel like going, the action that will be produced is I don't go. The result will be I'm not healthy. The result will be I didn't achieve my goal. The result will be is I didn't improve myself. This is the process of manifestation. See, look, that's funny. But as we're looking at this, see, now it's not just a negative example, but we can almost all of us can relate to this. I've set goals, health goals, workout goals, eating goals that I didn't fulfill because when the time came for my appointment with my goal, my emotions, I didn't really feel like doing it. So I didn't do it. But this is all internal. So when we're looking at these emotions about how do I feel, it's about me. Because this is all about me. So we have to look at this part is the integral part, the doubt, the self-doubt, right? The self-destruction, the wishy-washy. Because if I produce a thought, the only thing that can stop me is me. If that makes sense. And so if I do, how do I feel like this? Man, you know what? I'm going to exercise at 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock comes in because now that I know this, I'm going to be practicing strengthening this part. So I'm going to make sure I'm loving me. I'm going to make sure I believe in me. I'm going to make sure I know that the thoughts that I produce should be carried out. See, so now when it comes time for my appointment, for me to fulfill this plan, this idea, man, see, I got I'm going to do it. Instead of the action will be, I do go. The action will be, I do go, I get it. I do whatever it is. And the result will be, I become healthier. I become wealthier. I become whatever my goal is. Man, instead of us being stuck, because most of the time we're being stuck right here in the limbic, right? So it's a conversation between the limbic system and our frontal lobe. So when we're looking at the brain, right, and we go and we do some dissection, this is the frontal lobe, okay? This is where the thoughts come in at. So number one is coming from right here. Now, how does that get from here to the rest of your body? So when we go inside the brain, these are called projection fibers. So this is the frontal lobe, the parietal lobe, you have the occipital, the temporal. These are the four outside lobes. The inside lobe, we have the fifth lobe, is the insula. This brain, these neurons, they deal with the limbic system, which is inside of here. The um, dealing with the emotions, dealing with our memory, the hippocampus, the pituitary gland, all of those are the insula, and these neurons deal with that. So you get that thought. These are called, you see this white, these are called projection fibers right here, the white, because this is, they don't touch. So when you get that thought, it is projected from the frontal lobe to these projection fibers into the limbic system to be analyzed. This is how things happen. So it projects from here, the thought, it's electrical. So it goes from the frontal lobe to the limbic system to be decided what action takes. If we know how to control this part, man, listen, if we know how to control this part, we will know how to control our process of manifestation. The Holy Quran, or in Islam, is kun fa kun, say be and it is. That's all God has to do. According to scripture, you are all God's children of the Most High. And God blessed them with the dominion over the fish of the sea, the fowl of the air, and over every creeping and crawling thing on the earth. And he blessed them with the ability to multiply, to subdue the earth, and to replenish it. See, that's being it, that's power. But we have been taught how to render ourselves powerless instead of how to empower ourselves, right? We have been taught how to doubt ourselves. Oh man, don't think too much of yourself. These type of things that if you don't know, if you're not teaching it, it can make me render myself powerless instead of cultivating and growing and flourishing in my power. So listen, when we're looking, of course I have some books. Listen, I got some science for you. Hold on. This is The Science of Thought and the Art of Thinking. Uh-oh. This is The Science of Thought and the Art of Thinking. The Science of Thought and the Art of Thinking, a manual for rising above emotions. This is not a novel. It's not a novel. It is a science book. We look at the thought process. We're going deep into everything we just discussed here. You get how the thought process happens in the brain and all of the different aspects that comes along with that, right? And it's looking at the best scientific theories that deal with that. And I formulated my own theories and solutions, and I put it together in the book, right? A gift, my gift from me to you. So listen, The Science of Thought and the Art of Thinking. And This goes inside because, as you can see in all my videos, you see the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad and you see the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan, right? In the process of manifestation, this you can find this in this world. You will find these steps. If you look up process of manifestation, Google will take you to these steps, right? I learned this studying psychology from this world. But in this book, our Savior has arrived by the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad. If you go to page 128, right, he gives us a beauty, and this is from a combination of from 1930s to the 1960s when this was published. So this is not in my generation because I was born in 73. So this book is before my time. Now look, what he says, this is dealing with the thinking process. And he says, look at our creation from sperm to that of a human being. This is a marvelous piece of work of nature which bears witness of the first creation. We are making new creatures every day. What helps to bring about new creation? When you make a new way of thinking in a person, he is bound to do something new, for he cannot do something other than new since he has a new mind, new ideas. He says a new mind and new ideas produce a new thing. Just because, and listen, this is important part, just because we have not seen the creation of these things, we are quick to disbelieve that they can ever happen. Now look, we are getting a beautiful explanation of the thought process, right? New ideas are new thoughts create new ideas, which are bound to create new actions, which gives us new results. But he said, now dealing with the second part, but just because we have not seen the creation of these things, we are quick to disbelieve that they can happen. This is what we do to ourselves internally. We can mentally picture us doing whatever we need to do. But when it comes time for that appointment, when it comes time for us to get up and do it, see, this part has the self-doubt, the self-sabotage, the self-destruction, the disbelief in myself, because it's not external. This is me manifesting my own thoughts and ideas. So when we can look at this, it makes it easy for us to say, being it is. So if you need to lose weight, it will be easy for you to do everything you need to do to lose weight. You will stop your cheat day. You will stop all of the things that have gotten you into your condition. If you need to grow young, if you need to overcome whatever it is you need to overcome, you know what we have to do. Each of us know what we have to do. We know what our shortcomings is. This, for most of us, is how we are either interfering with ourselves or how we will overcome and manifest our thoughts and our deals and bring, just like it says, create your heaven and set yourself in it at once. Create your, and we know that heaven and hell are conditions of the mind. This is in the mind. It's not invisible. The thoughts are coming from the frontal lobe. The limbic system is where the emotions are coming from. This is in the brain. Right? So if we know that heaven and hell are conditions of the mind, you can produce a thought of hell, but if your emotions, if we don't know how to train that emotional brain, we will keep ourselves in hell because the action that we produce will be based off of this and not this. But that's an easy fix. Listen, I made it very, I made it very easy for us, man. Listen, I made it very easy for us. The science of thought and the art of thinking. A manual for rising above emotions, man. I'm telling you, I made it fun and easy. This is a fun read. Yes, it's a thick book, but it is a fun and exciting read. Man, you're going to want to finish it. You're going to want to study it. You're definitely going to highlight and outline and footnote it and side note it up. So, family, listen, if you or anybody you know are interested in that book, the link is in the comments and in the bio, and you can definitely contact us here at Supreme Health and Wellness and get a copy. Or you can find it on Amazon, The Science of Thought and the Art of Thinking, a manual for rising above emotions. Man, listen, it's been an honor and pleasure to come in front of you. I thank you for sharing some of your time. Sister Denise, thank you, sis, for tuning in. Appreciate you. Listen, if you or anybody you know needs help, please feel free to contact us. Man, we are here to help you to be the best you that you want to be. So listen, I leave you as I came in the love, peace, happiness, the spirit of God. I say, Namaste Hotel. Power to the people. Salam alaikum. Peace.